Pickle, let's go to the hotline. And let's go up to Floyd County to talk to, I got to say, the head coach of the Talk of Floyd County right now. We're joined by Coach Stacy Ward of the Lockney Longhorns. Coach, how are you?
Doing good. Thank you guys for having me.
Hey, thanks so much for taking a little bit of time. You guys are off to a 5-0 start right now. It's your best start in, be honest, Coach, long time. What is it about this team that has you guys cooking right now?
I think a lot of it has to do with the leadership of the young men we have. We're very fortunate to have six. We have 9 seniors. We have 6 of those seniors when I first got here that played as sophomores. We've also got about 7 juniors that played as freshmen. So, in high school, a lot of times you're very fortunate to have, 15 players that have played for 3 years. So I think a lot of that, they understand the system, what we're doing, they're buying in, and they've grown up. And that's the biggest thing. They've grown up to be good young men and know our system and just get after it.
Well, and you guys are coming off of, I don't mean to bring down the room, but the past couple of years have been rough there. 1-9 last year, 0-10, 3-8 before that. You guys, this is a program in Lockney that hasn't had a winning season since 2004. We talk with coaches all the time that at programs that win a lot, it's easy to just say, hey, just keep that momentum going. Was it a challenge for you to get these kids to believe that they could go out there and win this? Because right now at 5-0, this is a big turnaround from what you guys were doing last year in the past couple of years.
Yes, when I first got here, it was an 0-10 season, and a lot of those kids were young. Mm-hmm. Like I was telling you before, we had those 6 and 7, and we had 13 sophomores and freshmen playing varsity football on Friday nights. Last year we were close. We just couldn't get over the hump. And I think that the biggest hump for us last year was getting that first win, and we've just taken it and have ran with it, in the off season, and it's just like a wildfire. It just keeps going and going. So we're going to ride it for as long as we can.
We're talking with Stacy Ward, the head coach of the Lockney Longhorns here on Texas Football Today. Get involved with the conversation at #TF Today. Coach, you guys have had, everyone's had challenges over the course of the offseason and this season. You guys had I think a particularly, stark challenge in your opener. You guys were scheduled to play Floydada in the Floyd County Championship. That's a huge game. It's going to be the 103rd meeting between y'all. Unfortunately, COVID-19, struck the game. How did you message that to your kids? Because I know that's a huge game for them. I understand that that's a massive rivalry game, and they've been geared up all season to want to go play football. What did you say to your guys whenever it did come to the decision that you guys had to put that game on hold?
We talk about the things that we can control and things we can't control. Mm-hmm. And in that situation, it was something that we couldn't control. But the 2 things we've talked about all year, starting last spring, was we control our effort, we control our attitude, and if we take care of those 2 things, the team will be taken care of. And the kids have bought into that little mantra, and that's how we've handled it. It was something that was out of our control. It was something that we couldn't control it, so we just did what we could do and control what we control with how we handle it, how our attitude was, and the effort we put forth going into the season.
I want to ask you a little bit about your defense, because this has been a pretty stark turnaround for you guys. Last year this was a defense that gave up somewhere in the ballpark of 30 points a game. The defense was struggling a little bit. This year you guys have cut that more than in half, down to about 14 points a game. What's been the difference on the defensive side for this Longhorn squad?
It goes back with age. The best thing that ever happened to me, is I was very fortunate when I got this job. A coach that had coached me in high school that worked for Steve Parr at Palagura for years. He was a head coach at Dalhart for 10 years. He came out of retirement. He's our defense coordinator. His name's Stephen Young. He's always had great defense, and he has been amazing as a mentor for a first-year head coach. And he's got the defense playing hard. He's simplified things, and the kids are just playing hard. The biggest thing is just believing, and they're doing that right now.
On the other side, the offense has really been churning along, especially on the ground. One of the guys who springs to mind is Anson Rendon, a guy who was really, really big in your win over Memphis last week. The numbers are impressive for him all throughout the year, but as far as the running game is concerned, you guys spread the ball out a fair amount. You guys don't really have a bell cow running back, really, in a lot of ways. Rendon's probably the guy who gets the most headlines. But from a running game perspective, what has been clicking for you guys? I know the coaches like to give a lot of credit to the offensive line. Imagine that's been a big part of what you guys have been doing.
It is. We've got 4 guys on the offensive line that played 3 years, and we're not real complicated. We're a wing tee. We run the wing tee, and we want to make. We have a small amount of plays, but we want to make sure we execute them right. And offensive line's doing a great job, but more importantly, the backs. We got a rotation with our backs, and the backs are blocking extremely hard. So the receivers, it's just a buy-in from everybody, and they know the row, and they're just buying in, and they're enjoying it.
Coach, we mentioned you guys are 5-0, off to a fantastic start, but this week it's a whole new ballgame. This week you guys are taking on Crosbyton. I want to ask you about them in just a moment, but most importantly, this is your District 5 2A Division II opener. This is the game that really counts, so to speak. Has the conversation changed, knowing full well that this is a game that's going to determine whether or not you get into the playoffs?
No, we just, it's like I said, we just, the thing we thought, like we said earlier, is just we talk about our effort and attitude. If we take care of our effort and attitude and do that every day, it'll take care of the team. And the biggest thing is, to go 1-0. That's our new goal. And take care of business and do what we're supposed to do every day.
And speaking of which, it's going on 7 o'clock tomorrow night there at Chieftain Stadium in Crosbyton, as you will take on the Crosbyton Chiefs. I want to ask you, I don't want to ask you to give away your game plan, but this is a critical district matchup. When you take a look at what you guys are going to be up against on Friday night, what do you see?
I see, Crosbyton's a real good team. You can't look at the record. They're playing good football. They run at you. They're going to play smash mouth football, and the defensive, they're going to get after you. It's going to be a good ball game.
He's Stacy Ward. He's the head coach of the Lockney Longhorns. They are 5-0, looking to move to 6-0 and 1-0 in District 5 2A Division II play. Coach, really appreciate your time. Congratulations again on the fantastic start. Best of luck Friday night, and we'll be talking down the road.
Thanks, Greg. Appreciate you guys.
There you go. Stacy Ward, the head coach of the Lockney Longhorns.